Okay, thank you.
To have a product, that's like the hardest and easiest thing.
Garland, what time are you frying? 12? Okay, let's do ube first.
The stakes are there because you know that people are going to come and they expect a certain amount.
Let's start with 20.
You need people to keep coming back.
Give me just a little bit of time. I'm gonna just get these dishes out.
You're making yourself vulnerable by putting out your own creations.
Okay, 10 minutes.
I've been first in line a couple of times, which makes me seem like fanatic.
These products I can offer that nobody else can.
Everyone's good? Yes. Okay.
We have a pop-up on Sunday and we are doing a pre-sale. We have it go live normally like the Monday before the pop-up. And within like, pretty quick, less than 5 minutes till we sell out. It's kind of crazy that we started all this off of Instagram. That to me is like insane. My name's Lauren and I'm a pastry chef. I make traditional Vietnamese pastries, also traditional French pastries as well. But there's like a little twist where I use flavors that I just really enjoy, and a lot of them happen to be Southeast Asian flavors. Vietnamese coffee, condensed milk, bánh bò nướng, which is a honeycomb cake. My signature is like a pandan coconut chiffon cake. Pandan to Southeast Asia is like vanilla beans to the West. It's such a staple. It's such a distinct smell. It's kind of like vegetal, a little nutty. I was born in Houston but moved to Washington when I was 2. I have 2 older sisters. My dad's an accountant, my mom's a pharmacist. They came to America in 1975, like the fall of Vietnam. It took me like 2 months to tell my parents that I wasn't gonna be finishing my med school applications and that I wanted to move to New York and go to pastry school. All the things that I was afraid that they would say, they said. Why'd you even go to college? Like, you're not gonna make any money. Who's gonna wanna marry a pastry chef? And they weren't saying it to be hurtful, because they came from a war-torn country and they wanted stability for their children. Our sale just started a minute ago and everything's already all in carts. So that means it's kind of like it's sold out. I'm sorry to everyone who never gets something. I don't know how people do it. So after I graduated from pastry school, I landed on my decision that I really wanted to work under Miro at Gramercy Tavern. 1 month into working there, Miro was hosting his annual pie contest. And I honestly was like, what am I just gonna do? Make a pumpkin pie? It just hit me and I was like, pandan and coconut go perfect. I clearly remember Miro asking the judges, does everyone like pandan? And they were like, yeah, we love pandan. Honestly, this boosted my confidence like crazy because I won. It got to go on the tavern menu. In my mind, I was like, okay, I've got this all planned out. I'm gonna open a bakery after I work in a couple of Michelin star restaurants for 5 years. And then 2020 hit, got laid off. I had all this time to myself. My favorite things to bake before were always French pastries. And so I was like, okay, I'll do French pastries, but each week I'll be highlighting a different Vietnamese dessert. Then I was like, okay, that's my pastry box. To get it back to its soft, spongy texture, pop 1 slice in the microwave.
It's too long.
Okay, fine. How we did it in the beginning was I would post something on Instagram. I think I made 40 boxes and it always sold out within a couple of hours. Every time someone orders, I just keep getting text messages. We lived in a really small Chinese tenement apartment building.
I kind of took over every available square inch that we had.
I would wait until they texted me and then I'd grab the cake slice from the fridge, put it in the box, wrap up the box, and then run outside.
And it was a little crazy at first because we didn't really have anything set up. So I started creating like systems and processes to help her manage that workflow.
What do you want me to schedule for Tuesday?
So I just tried to help out as much as I could with the non-baking stuff. I was still working corporate, however many hours a week. It was super fun to be doing something different, to be working with my hands.
I like the first couple days of prep because it's easier, but now I feel like we kind of relax and just get everything prepped. So we have done pop-ups at a lot of different restaurants. And the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that they're not meant for like bakery and pastries. So Garland and I have like comprised like list of like everything that we need to bring. So I basically have multiple sets of equipment that I have just for like pop-ups. Can you put some ice in these for me? Halfway. We've cooked in so many kitchens, really learned to adapt. We have to be out of here by 10 so that Nudie Branch their kitchen team can start prepping at 10:30. The luxury, honestly, is that we've been able to keep our things here because it's kind of become our home base. Because Jeff and Matt are they're so great, they're so understanding. I bought this like card game. It's like have this questions with your parents, and so it was like, what are you proud of me for? So and I asked my mom that, and then she was like, when you set your mind to something, you do it. You're ambitious, but I really wish you had gone to grad school.
Should I say the word she used?
Sure. Do you remember?
Disappointed.
Oh.
February 2021. We had just sold out of like a Lunar New Year collab that we were going to do. And then I got a call from my dad saying that he's at the hospital and something's wrong. I think we just texted, emailed everyone who placed an order, and we booked a flight.
Lauren has the biggest heart. She like cares deeply. She had a really hard time coming to terms with that. To me, it was so clear that like we have to cancel these orders because you're not going to be able to bake the same way if you're worried about your dad in Seattle.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Yeah, con gói bây giờ. Dad, I'm FaceTiming you right now, but you paused me.
Okay.
Once all the test results came back and my dad was fine, a lot of my friends were like, Lauren, you should do a pop-up here. Like, why not do one in Seattle? Those first couple months, I was baking everything at my parents' house. It was crazy. Because I kept on making more because we were selling out so fast.
I buy a lot of kitchen gadgets, the utensil, so she can use it.
The feedback was amazing.
We enjoy to see all the customers coming ahead of time to come to get the cake to go home.
I think that's what pushed us over into really believing that we need to open something. Quit corporate, we got married. When we got back to New York, it was time to go all in.
What is 145 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius?
It's 62.8 degrees Celsius.
Why is this a 74?
God damn. Waking up at the Sunday morning bakes are always the toughest. I had only like 3 hours of sleep. Oh my God. Look what happened. Feels really a little burnt again. My first bake, I think I just wasn't really with it. I spiraled a little bit and was really freaked out. Something was off with the temperature. Did you see this sign that Alan made over here? It's so nice. Isn't it so nice? Could not do this without my friends volunteering their time. That's Let's bake. Whoa. We've been on time. Yeah. Christy, do you guys think I should handwrite a menu? I should. Never mind. Whew. Okay.
At the end of the day, like, my name is in the business and people are looking to talk to me or to meet me, and it's really surreal, I have to say.
This is my 4th time coming to one of her pop-ups. So you don't find that many like Vietnamese flavors, I think, in cakes often around the city.
I came to the last pop-up and I absolutely love their desserts, so I wanted to bring my friends here this time. So we got here early.
Yeah.
I think around 1 o'clock I came here, 1 hour before.
We are actually gonna start in just a second. I'm gonna address everyone outside. Okay, we're ready.
It's really cool that people are excited to follow along on this.
This is the pandan honeycomb cake, so it's the bánh bò nướng. It goes really well with coffee in the morning, so. But we only have the pandan slice, but we have the cake cups.
I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of these customers too.
Thank you.
You know Chef Scott, I worked with Chef Scott.
Oh, really?
Because sometimes like I'll talk back and forth with them on Instagram.
Did you work with Jamie then?
Yeah, Jamie.
Okay.
And so it's always nice to like put face to these names.
It's hitting the 12-hour mark, so it's great.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember. And I remember their Instagram handle.
I was like, up since 2? Wait. Yeah, people were still partying and we were like, okay, time to start making.
Once I realized I was helping give more exposure to Vietnamese desserts, it like became bigger than me. Like it became bigger than just baking.
I think there's just a lot of care put into them. She was like, you're buying all this French stuff. I really want you to try something Vietnamese as well.
That's for you.
Even in a city as diverse as New York, you're not going to find a pandan coconut cake in the average bakery you go into.
Are you sold out of anything? We are sold out of a couple things.
This has been a crazy, crazy journey. It's like this really wild ride. No one could have anticipated any of this.
We're trying to build something that hopefully will be around for a very long time and can serve our neighborhood, New York, and be, you know, a staple.
Garland, it's not printing.
Garland has taken a lot of tasks so that I can just bake.
When we got married, I told her like, we can do anything. The last 2 years have reaffirmed that.
We are walking to a potential storefront. We've been looking for a brick and mortar for maybe like 2 years.
This is our lives. We're pouring everything we have into this. We think we're there. We think we found something.
It's like the restaurants that I've worked at, you're in the basement. You don't see anything else. So this is, yeah. This is pretty ideal. Where would the tables be?
It's probably gonna start down here, right? Just double checking the low boys are the right size.
We can do it.